Welcome to the Retail Edge. I'm Sharon Mack and this is episode 1. The core to any retail business is people. Without people, you wouldn't have a business. You would have no staff, no customers, no clients. A question I get asked a lot is, how do I get my staff to listen to me, or how do I get my staff to respect me? So these two questions kind of go hand in hand, and the key ingredient here is just to set expectations from the beginning. So if you've got a new staff member, they've just started with you, lay out your foundations, lay out the things that you expect them to do, what the protocol is, what the systems are in your company and in your business, and that way they've got a starting point. That's where I would start with them. If you've got someone that you've had for a while, let's say 6 months, why don't you use this education and this opportunity as a time for a review? So sit them down, say it's been a great 6 months, and let's just set down some key systems. For example, I had someone come to me once and ask the question, how do I get my staff to listen to me? Now, she had a graphic design business and her staff member was obviously very creative, helping her with the graphic design work. But at the end of the day, it's her business and she needs to be accountable for the end product. So she was having this graphic designer do some work for her. They would do up the work and present it to her. She would critique the work and then they would have to go back and fix up any of the discrepancies that she wanted fixed up. Now, where she fell into a problem was because it's creative and that's their design, they were getting upset and offended at the correction. So what I suggested to her was to start back from the beginning and just let that person know that the creative control ends with her, that they do have creative license to do what they need to on the job and be creative with it, but at the end of the day it's signed off by her. Set up some KPIs, set up some systems in place so that every single staff member knows the protocol and what happens in the systems that take place in that situation. So for this instance, it would be that they do the creative work, they bring it to her, she signs off on it, and then it gets presented to the client. So it's just about setting those expectations from the beginning, and you'll find that staff are less likely to get upset with those sort of things. So definitely something to think about and look at. Another example where a manager asked me, how do I get my staff to respect me? Now, that's a huge question. So respect obviously starts with respect to them and treating them equally. So treating them the same way as you would want to be treated yourself. So that's a starting point. So just to recap, what I challenge you this week is to speak with your staff and to set expectations from the beginning. To set some systems in place, create them if you need to, and then respect, obviously respecting your staff, respecting their talents and their gifts and what they're bringing to your business. I'm Sharon Mack, thanks for tuning in to the Retail Edge.